Hello, and good afternoon to all. Happy Saturday. This is Carla Thornton McLean with another episode of Transforming Me with Coach Carla T. If you actually did catch the episode of last week, I was talking about the reasons why people want to make changes in their lives, and I'm talking about positive changes, you guys. So making a change, those changes to become the best version of yourself. Okay, living that life that you vision for yourself, not what someone else visions for you. Okay, so what you want. Okay, and I did mention that I was going to be going over the next 8 weeks. Every Saturday, I will actually be talking about reasons why we don't make those changes. In other words, um, each week a reason why we don't make those changes. Okay, what's holding us back from making those positive changes? Okay, and before I start, I want to get a shout out. Jumping on a little early, I have so much to be thankful, grateful for. I'm a mom of three. If you do actually follow me, all my babies are grown and they have babies. But we're all celebrating. I haven't been able to celebrate with them in so long all together because my son's birthday was last week. Yesterday was my middle child's birthday, and tomorrow's my baby girl's birthday. So this is the first time in years I'm actually going to get an opportunity for us all to be together to celebrate their birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm actually jumping on to try to take care of some business before we actually start celebrating. And also want to take the time now to say happy birthday to all my babies, but as well, um, a special shout out to my middle child yesterday and to her fiance, Dale Wendell. Congrats again for her birthday. She got engaged. Yay. So happy for you guys. Okay. I wanted to get that out of the way and look forward to celebrating with you all this weekend. Not only my baby's birthday, but a lot of celebrations. You guys are going to be celebrating a lot. Like I said, my baby getting engaged. My other baby girl being able to invest in something that she actually almost wanted. A goal that she always wanted. It's just so much that you have to be thankful for, you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm jumping on a little bit early to want to do this Zoom of live event recording. Okay, so I wanted to get that out of the way in the days. But back to what I was actually talking about, you guys. Like I said, if you do follow me, today we're going to be talking about the reason is fear of rejection and judgment. In other words, is it's stopping us to make that change in life and moving forward for ourselves to do what we need to do. And that reason today we'll be discussing is talking about fear of rejection and judgment. Okay. Fear of rejection is one of humans' deepest fears. Okay. We are wired to give love as well as to receive love. So therefore it makes us a little anxious not about being cut off or feel isolated from belonging. In other words, if you notice, and there's nothing wrong, don't get me wrong, in other words, with being a part of a positive community, if you will, or a group. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about that fear of rejection or judgment, meaning not being yourself in the fear of being rejected by someone or others or by being judged by others. Okay. And then just being a little anxious about feeling like not belonging. Okay. That's the kind of fear I'm talking about. We fear being alone, and this can be a primary cause for one to dread change. In other words, and I'll definitely won't say this depends on each individual. And the reason why I say that, because personally I'm an introvert, okay? Not saying all introverts and it's in stone are like me, but I don't actually have a problem necessarily being alone. Actually, I enjoy that time alone, that me time. I actually do better with alone time and that me time. Some people um, don't care to be in at all to be alone. A lot of them feel like they actually always need to be needed or need to have people around them at all given times. Okay. But this can vary, like I said, by individuals. Like I said, introvert like myself might prefer being alone, while an extrovert, it could be very challenging for them because the pure fact they don't actually like being alone. Okay. And this goes hand in hand with the fear of judgment as well. Okay. Many of us are guilty of basing our decisions on what others think of us or what others are telling us what we should or should not do with our lives. And I know a lot of us probably deal with that firsthand, might come from loved ones, parents, they could be grandparents or anybody, or even a significant other, more or less not listening to you and what you want, but based on what they want. Okay. And then you have that feeling of, well, being rejected. Okay. And which is actually not good because I'm going to just let you know right now, and then you're actually never living for yourself. And you're actually never going to be satisfied and happy because you're basing your happiness or your life on what someone else thinks about you or what you should or shouldn't be doing in life. Okay. Now let's talk about some signs that fear is the reason why you're not creating that lasting life change that you need to in your life due to rejection or judgment. Okay. Afraid of being your authentic self, living an illusionary life, losing that sense of self, that self identity. In other words, is afraid of being yourself once again due to you having that fear of being rejected by a certain individual or several or group of people, parents, grandparents, anyone, friends, significant other, or just that fear of judgment from others and what others think about you. Okay. Another sign is dependent on external factors. In other words, build your life on other people's feelings, their comments, their criticisms, their praise. In other words, is it should be coming from internal from within. Once again, what you want, what you think about self. Shouldn't be dependent on external factors like what does someone feel about me? If I'm not going to be my authentic self, am I going to be rejected? Am I going to be judged? Or listen to other people's comments about what you should wear, how you should conduct yourself, what you should be doing in life. You should be going to school. You shouldn't be going to school. That's a waste of time. You shouldn't start your own business. There's no way that you can succeed. You should be working for someone else. In other words, is listening to what others are telling you to do and the comments or the criticisms, okay? And even like you said, it could also be looking for that praise from someone else instead of letting it come from within, okay? Another sign is you crave positive attention, meaning you rely on others to make you happy. Therefore, it's difficult to say no. In other words, is afraid of being rejected once again and being judged. If someone actually asks you to do something that you really actually don't want to do, instead of just saying no. I would say an example, you work from home and you're busy and you actually have a project to do, but you don't want to do it. You won't do it because someone happens to call you up, could be a friend or anybody calls you up and tell you they just broke up with their boyfriend and they actually need you right away to talk to get through this. But you know there's something you need to do for yourself, for your business, okay? But instead of telling that person, yes, I can, but I can come later. No, I can't right now. I have something very important that I actually need to do. I'm taking care of something, okay? But that craving that positive, meaning that attention of feeling rejected or judged by that person, how they're going to react to you if you say no. That's something I actually had to learn later in life, probably around my 30s, that I did learn. And believe me, guys, it was worth it. And it was a loved one that I actually couldn't say no to. And even we fall for that trap, where it's a loved one, significant other, peers. There are times when you need to say no and be at peace, okay? So that's another, how you say, sign if you're if it's difficult for you to say no to anyone, okay, because you're craving that attention, meaning being accepted or being rejected or judged, being judged. Another one, you seek constant approval, okay. But if you're in then you become easily prey to be manipulated by others. And please believe me, I know I've said this in a video several years ago. A person who's a manipulated person, individual, if they tend to manipulate others, they prey on others, they can actually smell you. Believe me, they can smell you. They can sniff a person out that seeks constant approval from others. In other words, if they know you don't seek approval from others, they won't even prove with you because they know better. But they also have that nose and can tell, and that's the people they prey on, if you are constantly seeking approval from others, okay? Another sign, living with extreme dissatisfaction and guilt. Happiness comes from within, not from others. But in other words, is we're actually not happy with our life, but we're basing on what others have, what others are doing, okay? Based on, like you said, not it comes from within, what you're doing in your personal journey in life. And actually taking that energy, focus on what you should be doing with positive energy instead of taking negative energy. And that's what that is. When you're feeling dissatisfied of guilt with your life, or talking about or living in the past and all the mistakes that you have done or whatever, and because of this, I can't do this in life, okay? And once again, just looking at what others have. And definitely social media plays a part in that. If you're on social media, a lot of us are, you actually see, like I said, the glitter and the fame and the glamour. But once again, you actually don't know how true that is, once again. So you're comparing your life, so you can't do that. So then you're living you're dissatisfied, okay? You feel guilty about your life. That's another sign you can't live like that, okay? This list goes on and on. As we all well know, we can sit here and talk for the rest of the day. And many reasons there are in regards to a person living in fear because of rejection or judgment, okay? But we don't have time to go through all those. So I actually just wanted to go over some of the signs that we actually just went over. That if you're actually currently a present doing it in your life, that's one of the reasons it's going to stop you from moving forward and making that change you're supposed to in life, okay? Now let's go over what we can do to get past or over these fears of rejection and judgment. Get other people's voices and beliefs out of here. Get them out of your head, okay? I was talking to a family member of mine, and I practice it daily, and it works for me. And really, this is true. If you heard of that 5-second rule, meaning if you wake up, say you wake up and you're having a bad day, or you're actually having a good day, and someone says something to you, someone does something to you that causes you to get upset, angry, or something, within 5 seconds, think of something happy that makes you happy. Turn those thoughts immediately to the happiness, that positive thought. In other words, it's the same thing. Get other people's voices and belief out of your head. You can't let that consume you, okay? If you're getting over these fears of rejection and judgment, that's one of the things you need to do. Another thing you need to do is get clear on what happiness is. Get clear on that happiness is internal and comes from within. Happiness is not based on someone else making you happy, you guys. I actually had to learn that the hard way. And then actually realized it didn't hit me. I probably was in my late 30s. In other words, was one of those persons who was guilty of being with the opposite sex or a significant other and basing my happiness on if they can make me happy. Not what it's all about. You do not give anyone that kind of control. So you have to get clear that happiness is internal and comes from within. It is solely up to you and your choice every day when you wake up 24 hours, how your day is going to go and how your day is going to continue to go, no matter what happens. You have so complete control of how you react to anything. Okay, remember that. Um, Another tip, create awareness of your history. This is something else that I think a lot of people walk around unaware of. Learn about your parents' healthy and unhealthy patterns and beliefs that have impacted your choices in life. Because a lot of us actually go through life, and once again, it's life experiences, you guys. And whether we want to believe it or not, it starts from our history, and it starts from even us being born and being little, and what environment we was raised in, and what we were taught, what to believe in, what not to believe in, what values you to have, what's healthy, what's unhealthy. So if we grow up in an unhealthy environment, the screaming matches, the fighting matches, how you say, physical, mental, emotional abuse, well, then you actually might grow up thinking that's what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like. No, it's unhealthy. But once again, create that awareness for yourself. Go back, do your history, okay? And then make a decision. Is this healthy for me? Is this benefit me? Is this a service to me or is this not? Is this causing me to be a negative person? Not benefiting me to become the best version of myself? And if it's not, get rid of it. Okay. So once again, that's another tip about getting past fear and judgment. Okay. Because a lot of us don't even realize that, whether you know it or not, subconsciously, if we're not consciously aware of that, that plays a part in our lives as well. Another tip, develop a resilient mindset. I'm going to say that one again. Develop a resilient mindset. Replace negative intentions or words with positive intentions or words. Example, still saying, I can't do something. I can't learn this. The course is too hard. Or I don't have time to do this. Instead, that even though this course is hard, I can do this. I've put my mind to it. Okay? It doesn't matter in life what comes at you. It's, again, it's all about your mindset and replacing those negative words about ourselves. Still saying I can't and replacing them with I can. Okay. Another tip, recognize and believe that you have the power to make positive things happen daily. Wake up every day and look in the mirror and say, I have the power to make positive things happen for me today. Make it part of your daily affirmation. But you have to recognize it, you have to believe it. In order to do something, we all know, repeat or do something anywhere from 30 to 90 days. Some of us less, some of us longer. And what? It becomes natural. It becomes just a natural positive habit. It comes to you naturally. You won't even have to think about it. So wake up every morning and say, I believe. And I know that I have the power to make positive things happen daily, today. Say it every day. Look in the mirror, okay? Another tip, recognize that there is an opportunity to learn from your experiences, whether it's good or bad. You guys, we all have decisions. And a lot of times I had to learn this as well. You're going to run across decisions that both the decisions are hard. One's not easier than the other one because some people will say, well, this one's easy. Let's go with this one versus a hard one. You actually probably should go for the hard. In other words, is that hard decision, it's not something just to blow off, to do this, it's going to come easy. Once again, I've always been told by my mother, if something comes easy, it comes wrong anyway. Okay. So you actually want to work for something, look at it. That includes you, working on you, invest in you, love you. Okay. So if you make a bad decision, learn from that, even if it teaches you what not to do. So recognize there's an opportunity to learn from your experiences, your decisions, good or bad. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Just recognize there's an opportunity to learn from it. Okay. Last but definitely not least, this tip is very important. Be patient and loving with yourself on your personal journey. I can't say that one enough. Be patient and loving with yourself on your personal journey, even when others are not. Others you can't control, you can control. So No matter how someone else's back is treating you, because you don't have no control over that, you can come away from that, bring yourself out of that environment, and come away from those individuals. But continue to be patient and loving with yourself on your personal journey every day. You are a work in progress, and we all are to the day we die. Okay. So never stop growing, guys. Never stop loving and never stop being patient with yourself. Okay. I hope this week's episode was of some value to you. If you know anyone who can benefit from this video, please feel free to share. Remember, sharing is caring. Have a blessed and wonderful Saturday, and I will actually be seeing you all later on tonight again with myself and Deborah Waldron, I say my business partner and team member. We will actually be jumping on talking about the new skincare to our business, a new skincare edition, and we'll be actually going over that presentation tonight. So I'll see you all later, and that is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care and stay safe. Bye for now.